Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League postseason for Year 2 of the FSBL. The American League Division Series comes to you live from Fenway Park, where the defending champion Oakland A's try to stave off elimination and force a cross-country trip back to Oakland for Game 5. As the Red Sox try to close things out here in Fenway in this best-of-5 series in which they lead 2-1. It's a matchup of lefties. In this one, Dutch Leonard goes for the Red Sox against Oakland ace lefty Grove. Grove coming back on 3 days rest after getting knocked out in the 6th inning of Game 1. He was decent, but not at the level that he's going to probably need to be in this one. A's and Red Sox, Game 4, coming up next from Fenway. Michael Silva is first to the ballpark. How are you, Michael? Good to see you, buddy. So Dutch Leonard gets the start here in Game 4, 11-10, 3.81 during the regular season in 32 starts. Leonard was the option over Cy Young. Young could have come back on short rest, but the Sox, holding the hammer in the series, are electing to keep Young on the sideline for Game 5 if needed, but ideally for a Game 1 in the ALCS against the Cleveland Indians, who earlier on today eliminated the New York Yankees with a terrific pitching performance from Addy Joss in Game 4, out-dueling Ron Guidry. Leonard works to Ricky Henderson, floats in the knuckleball, misses for the ball too. It's 2-0. Henderson batting .308 in the series. Leonard delivers, fastball there is pulled foul. Leonard will throw plenty of knuckleballs. He'll throw an assortment of a couple of other pitches as well, but the knuckleball will be used more than just occasionally. There you see Bill North getting the start in center field in this one. He'll bat in the 2-hole behind Henderson, who now is ahead in the count, 3-1. There's a knuckler. It floats inside for ball 4. So the last thing Dutch Leonard wanted to do was put Ricky Henderson on to lead off this game, but that's what's happened. Henderson has led the league in stolen bases both years of the FSBL. A lesser total this year than Year 1. Henderson led the league with 69 stolen bases in Year 1. He stole 51, still led the league here in Year 2. Fastball there from Leonard is in for a called strike. North hitless in the series. Tilly Walker has gotten the bulk of the playing time in the series, but North will play against the lefty, hoping to get a little speed up top in conjunction with Henderson to try to put some pressure defensively on the Red Sox. 1-1 the count as Leonard works to North. Tex Aggs, Dwayne Martz in the house. How are you, gentlemen? Screwball there from Leonard, misses down and in. Two-one offering from Dutch Leonard. Knuckleball floats in there, and North way out in front and over the top of that one. Reads it terribly. The count goes to 2-2. 2-2 offering from Leonard. Fastball. North slaps it through the hole to the right side. It's a base hit. Henderson will hold at second. So the A's have the first 2 men on here in the top of the first. Bill North lines one through the hole to the right-hand side. So that'll bring up Jimmy Fox. Fox 385 in the series. The American League home run and RBI leader during the regular season has yet to drive in a run or hit a homer in this series. First pitch knuckler floats in there from Leonard for strike 1. That one floats in up high. One and one the count as Leonard works to Fox. In a bit of a jam here right out of the gate. That knuckler floats inside. It's 2-1. Leonard from the set again. Delivers, comes in with a fastball and misses, and it's 3-1. So Leonard certainly not making it easy for himself here in the first. Two speed merchants on the bases. And now he's behind Fox, 3-1. Knuckleball floats in there for a strike, and the count goes full. Leonard sets, 3-2 offering. Floater in there, knuckleball just misses up high for ball 4. So the bases are loaded, nobody out here in the first. Not at all how Dutch Leonard wanted to start this one. Here's Mark McGwire. Curveball is in there for a called strike on the inside corner. McGwire 333 in the series. He's driven in 3. He's looking to jump out to a fast start here. Leonard delivers. McGwire fouls off the knuckleball. It's 0-2. Leonard from the set. Another one. That one is skied to right. Not deep. Betts underneath it. Will Henderson test him? No, he will not. Throw was up the third base line, perhaps rushed a little bit by Mookie. But Henderson doesn't test it. No need to as of yet. A's line up Henderson, North, and Fox. McGwire, Jackson, and Murphy. Baker, Shang, and Campaneris. Marcus Semien will sit this one out. Frank Home Run Baker, still hitless in the series, dropped down to 7th in the order against the lefty Dutch Leonard. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson batting .400 in the series. 3 homers, 5 runs batted in for Mr. October. Bases juiced, 1 out. Leonard delivers, floats a knuckler in there for strike 2. So now Leonard is ahead of Jackson. We'll see what he does here, 0-2. Another knuckleball, Jackson skies it. Out to left center, it's carrying. Williams tracks it down. Excuse me, that's not Williams. Williams is DHing today. Dom DiMaggio tracks it down out there in left field. But Henderson comes home to score. It's a sacrifice fly. And the A's take a 1-0 lead. So now here's Danny Murphy. Murphy 385 in the series. 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Both those homers coming in game 2. Knuckleball hits the outside corner for strike 1. 23 pitches already for Dutch Leonard here in the first. Oh, 1 pitch, Murphy fouls it off. If Leonard can get out of this inning with only having surrendered 1 run, he would sign up for that. And the bases loaded and nobody out. 0-2 pitch. Murphy pops it up in foul ground. There'll be a play on it. Harris grabs it, and the side is retired. So the A's strike first, but only come out of it with a run. That could have been far worse for Boston. We'll head to the bottom half. A's 1, Red Sox coming up. So on the mound for Oakland, lefty Grove. Grove took the loss in game 1. He made it through 5 1/3, allowed 7 hits, struck out 2, walked none. He wasn't terrible by any means, but not at the level that lefty Grove is accustomed to. Here's Mookie Betts leading things off. Betts batting .250 in the series. First pitch fastball, Betts swings, grounds it to second, Murphy has it, throws to first, and Betts is retired, 1 pitch, 1 out. Absolutely, Michael notes in the chat, minimize the damage, no doubt. Red Sox lineup, Betts, DiMaggio, and Williams, Smith, Harris, and Dorr, Youkilis, Valentin, and Varitek. So here's Dom DiMaggio. DiMaggio, 1 for 9 in the playoffs. Again, the Red Sox playoff stats include the wild card game victory over the Twins, and DiMaggio jumps on the first pitch, lines a single to left. The Red Sox have a 1-out base run. So the little professor is on, and that'll bring up Ted Williams. Williams 267 in the series. Couple of hits in the big game 3 win. Turns that one, hits it hard but foul. So the Sox, at least here in the open inning, trying to swing early against lefty Grove. Oh, 1 pitch. They say Williams went. Curveball well out of the zone. Williams thought he held up. Count is 0-2. Grove delivers and he gets Williams with another curveball. Big pitch from lefty Grove to strike out Ted Williams. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Forkball and a pair of curves, not a fastball in the group. So that'll bring up Reggie Smith. Smith batting .286 in the postseason for the Sox. Forkball misses down and away. It's 1-0. Home run, 3 RBIs in the series for Reggie Smith. Fastball up in the zone. Smith swings and misses. The count goes to 1-1. Fastball there is fouled off. So Grove coming up high. Now he's ahead of Smith, so he's got some room to work here if he wants to go back to the breaking stuff. 1-2 offering from Grove. Smith grounds it to third. Snagged by Baker. Goes the short way to Murphy for the force. And the side is retired. So the Sox get a runner on, but can't make anything of it. We're through 1 here at Fenway. A's 1, Red Sox nothing. Game 4 of the ALDS. Here's home run Baker. Baker has dropped to 7th in the order. Again, he is still looking for his first hit of the series. 31 homers during the regular season, but only hit .235 this year after a .300 campaign in year 1. First pitch swinging, pops it foul. Youkilis is under it. Puts it away for out number 1. Doug Hunt has joined the chat. How are you, Doug? Good to see you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. And that'll bring up Wally Shang. Shang 111 in the postseason. There was some thought about starting Kurt Suzuki in this game, but the A's decided to stick with Shang. Fastball from Leonard in for a called strike. Leonard trying to regroup after a very dicey opening inning. 0-1 pitch to Shang. In there for a called strike. So now Leonard's ahead of Shang 0-2. Goes to another knuckler. Shang hits a 1-hopper to short. Picked cleanly by Valentin. Throw to first, and there's 2 away. So that'll bring up Bert Campaneris. This is our first look at Campaneris in the postseason. He had been sitting, but he gets the start in this one. Semien moves to the bench. Knuckleball there, high in the zone. Campaneris fouls it off. Campaneris, a big part of Oakland's postseason run a year ago. Danny Murphy went cold and was terrible in the field last year. Campaneris took over at short. Semien slid over to second. And that's how it stayed pretty much for the whole run to the championship. Leonard ahead of Campaneris, 0-2. Knuckleball there, sky to right. Betts is under it. Puts it away, and the side is retired here in the second. So a good bounce-back inning from Dutch Leonard. We'll head to the bottom half. Harris, Dorr, and Youkilis due up for the Sox. They lead it. The Sox trail it 1-0. So here's Joe Harris. Harris 250 so far in the postseason. No homers, 3 runs batted in. Grove needed only 9 pitches to get through the opening inning. Fork ball there, swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Good evening, Cole. How are you, sir? Thanks for popping into the chat and for tuning in. Another fork ball on the outside corner. If Grove can locate that pitch, he's going to have success. Grove into the windup, delivers. That one's down in the dirt. One-two offering from lefty Grove. Another fork ball and another one fouled off. Here's another 1-2 offering. Staying with that fork ball away, Harris gets a piece. Dribbles it foul. Grove again working that outside corner, that time with a straight fastball. Misses the mark a little bit, and the count goes to 2-2. Harris stands practically still in the box. Grove delivers. Fork ball misses inside, the count goes full. Bobby Dorr waits on deck. Grove rocks and fires for the payoff pitch. Fastball up high, Harris swings and misses, and down he goes. Second strikeout for Grove, and there's one away here in the bottom of the second. So that'll bring up Bobby Dorr. Dorr batting .313 so far in the playoffs. First pitch, fastball from Grove, misses up high. Pair of RBIs for Dorr. Grove winds up and deals. Fastball, Dorr fouls it off. It's 1-1. And there he is, Bernard Strom. Hello, Bernie. How are you? The leader of Red Sox Nation, at least in terms of the Legend Sports universe. Bernie Strom joins us. 2-1 the count as Grove works to Dorr. Fastball there at the knees. It's 2-2. Grove rocks and fires again. High in the zone. This one's skied out to shallow center. North camps out underneath it, puts it away for the second out. If you're just tuning in, Oakland loaded the bases right off the bat. The first 3 men reached base. But Dutch Leonard was able to get out of it, allowing only 1 run. And he retired Oakland in order in the top of the second. So we'll see if the A's live to regret only getting 1 run out of that situation. Here's Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis 1 for 4 in the last game. Fastball there on the corner evens the count at 1 apiece. Grove rocks and fires. Ground ball down to third. Baker has it. Throw over to first. And the side is retired. So good inning there for Grove. Sox can't muster anything. We'll head to the top of the third here at Fenway. A's 1, Red Sox nothing. Henderson, North, and Fox due up. In this game, will face the Cleveland Indians. The Indians dispatched of the Yankees earlier on today. behind a stellar outing from Addy Joss, who outdueled Ron Guidry. Guidry was excellent. Joss was just a touch better. Ricky Henderson grounds out to John Valentin to open up the third. Kevin Mitchell homered off Addy Joss. Blemish on Joss's day. The only blemish on Guidry's day was also a home run, but it was a 2-run shot from Manny Ramirez. And the Indians won that one 2-1 to take the series 3-1. So the 100-win Yankees have been set aside. Now the 111-win A's, the defending champions, trying to avoid the same fate. This one is lined out to left, hit well, but DiMaggio gets there. Puts it away for out number 2. Again, DiMaggio playing left, Ted Williams the designated hitter in this one. So the first 2 men have been retired here in the top of the third. Here's Jimmy Fox. Fox walked back in the first. Knuckleball from Leonard misses up and away. There you see Jimmy Fox led all of baseball with 140 RBIs. He also had 50 home runs to lead the American League. He was 5 points shy of the Triple Crown. Batted .335 on the year, 5 points behind the batting champion Derek Jeter of the Yankees, who batted .340. One and one the count as Leonard works to Fox. Ooh, way out in front of the knuckleball there, and the count goes to 1-2. Here's the pitch. And he gets him with the knuckler away. Down goes Fox. So Leonard has bounced back well since the rough first. We'll head to the bottom of the third at Fenway. A's 1, Red Sox 0. Todd P. pops into the house. How are you, Todd? Good to see you, buddy. Yep, the Indians got it done against the Yanks before. And now we'll see. If the A's advance, it'll be a rematch of last year's ALCS. If the Red Sox advance, it'll be a rematch of last year's ALDS, where the Indians upset the Red Sox to advance. 0-1 the count as Grove works to John Valentin. Fastball misses inside. It's 1-1. The Red Sox again elected to keep Cy Young on full rest. Sox are hoping they can win this one, and then Young will be primed to go for the American League Championship Series. But if Oakland prevails in this one, Young will be on full rest for a Game 5. That one's grounded over the bag at third. That's a base hit. Henderson plays it well off the carom there on the little inlet along the bench, along the bleachers rather. But Valentin is on with a leadoff single. Here's Jason Varitek. Varitek has swung a great bat in the postseason, batting .400. Curveball there from Grove, in for a called strike. Varitek, 3 runs batted in so far in the playoffs. Again, those numbers include the wild card game win over the Twins. Fastball there, Varitek rounds it to second. This should be 2. Murphy to Campaneris. On to Fox, 4-6-3 double play. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting, number 50.
So Varitek is doubled up. The order turns over. Here's Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Curveball misses away. It's 1-0. Another curveball. That one didn't break. So Grove having a hard time getting a feel for that pitch here at the moment. Betts a .307 hitter over the first 2 years of the FSBL. Grove delivers. Betts fouls off the forkball. Grove has been able to keep that forkball down to this point. 2-1 the count. Deals fastball there down below the knees. It's 3-1. Dom DiMaggio waits on deck for the Red Sox. Grove delivers. Betts ground ball to third. Baker has it. Throws across the diamond and the side is retired. So Grove has been sharp so far for the A's. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Oakland trying to force Game 5 and stay alive. They lead it 1-0. So here's Mark McGwire. McGwire 0 for 1. He flew out in the first. 3 for 10 in the series with a double and 3 runs batted in. Knuckleball in there. McGwire pulls it foul. Leonard rocks and delivers another knuckler in there. The count goes to 0-2. Grove pitching great, but again, you've got to wonder now as it looks like Leonard may be settling in a bit. The A's are going to come back to regret only getting that one run across in the opening inning. They have the bases loaded and nobody out. 0-2 pitch from Leonard. Down in the dirt. McGwire spits on that one, and the count goes to 1-2. Here's the pitch. Knuckleball high in the zone, just misses. McGwire's a big boy. Leonard thought he got the top of the zone there, but the ump disagrees. 2-2 the count now as Leonard works to McGwire. Varitek frames it low. Knuckleball comes inside. McGwire fouls it off again. Two-two pitch coming. Floats in there and McGwire is locked up. Strikeout there for Dutch Leonard. That's his second, and there's one out here in the top of the fourth. In steps Reggie Jackson. So as we mentioned, the Indians dispatched of the Yankees earlier. The San Francisco Giants have eliminated the Montreal Expos. So the Giants have punched their ticket to their second straight NLCS. The Mets and Cardinals in the other NLDS series are heading to a Game 5 after the Cardinals win behind a terrific performance late last night on the channel from Dizzy Dean. Game 5 at Busch Stadium will feature Tom Seaver and Bob Gibson. So be sure not to miss that broadcast. That will probably be on the channel at some point tomorrow. Be sure to stay tuned to the Facebook and the Discord for details about that broadcast. Leonard ahead of Jackson 0-2 here in the fourth. High fastball and he gets him. Down goes Reggie. So a pair of strikeouts for Leonard. That's 3 on the day for him. And there's 2 out here in the top of the fourth. No, Canseco, and they don't get Canseco next year because I already did the rookie draft. I did a rookie draft broadcast a few weeks ago. I guess probably about a month ago at this point. When I got to June, that you can watch, and I do the teams. If I remember, I do them either alphabetically by league or I do them by division. So if you only want to look for a couple teams rather than watch the whole hour-long thing, but it says who's coming for each team next year. Knuckleball floats into the zone there, and the count to Murphy is 0-2. And a screwball away gets Murphy. Down he goes. So Dutch Leonard strikes out the side here in the top of the fourth. He's allowed only 1 hit so far, but he's also allowed a run, and that's the difference as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Oakland 1, Boston 0. Here's Dom DiMaggio. DiMaggio 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Fastball there from Grove right down the heart. It's 0-1. There's a slapper to second. Murphy has it. Throws to first, and there's one down.
The designated hitter, number 9.
So that'll bring up Ted Williams. Grove fanned Williams his first time up. He got him going after a pair of curveballs down and away. We'll see how he approaches Williams this second time around. First pitch fastball, and Williams is all over it. Lines that one in the center for a base hit. So Williams didn't wait there. I think I said that was a fastball. That was actually a curveball away. It looked like it had a little more pace on it than what Grove's curveballs have had today. But it was a curveball up in the zone. And Williams sends it out to center for the one-out single. So here's Reggie Smith. Fastball in there for a called strike. Michael Silva says, I want to see Nomar. Not yet. John Valentin doesn't want to see Nomar because that'll probably be the end of John Valentin. I know Nomar doesn't join next year. Again, that's a broadcast you can look up on the channel if you want to see. I don't remember off the top of my head who's joining. There are a couple of big names who I remember, but other than that, Jackie Robinson joins the Dodgers next year. Again, it's 4 players from the 100-player pool, and then there's a round of random Negro Leaguers. Josh Gibson enters the league next year. He'll go to the Toronto Blue Jays. So getting excited to see Josh Gibson enter the FSBL. 2-2 the count as Grove works to Smith. Fastball misses down. It's 3-2. Joe Harris waits on deck for Boston. Grove from the set. And he got away with one there. That's a forkball right down the center. But Smith pulls it foul. 1 out, Ted Williams on first, bottom of the 4th. He's lead at 1-0. There's a fastball. Smith hits it well to left. That's got some carry on it. It hits halfway up the monster. Ted Williams hits third. He's coming around. Here comes the relay. Henderson to Campaneris. To the plate. Williams is in, and we've got a tie ball game here in Boston. Reggie Smith doubles off the wall. Ted Williams not fleet of foot, but he comes around. A close play at the plate. But Smith gets the run in. Williams gets in behind him. Check this one out from this camera. This will give us a good look at Williams coming around. There's the ball hits midway up the wall. Henderson plays it well. Williams is not even at third yet. Ricky, not a great arm, not a terrible arm, but not a great arm. Here's the relay. Campaneris has it. You knew it would be a close play. The throw to Shang, a little high to the first base side. And Ted Williams gets the hand in, clearly safe. Nice slide there by the splendid Splinter. And we are knotted at 1 apiece here in Game 4. So that'll bring up Joe Harris. First pitch swing, he pops it up and foul ground. Fox underneath it, puts it away for out number 2. Turkey Stearns not yet, Doug, but he is on the pool. The Negro Leaguers enter in a completely random fashion. Like, I have a master list of them, but because they're not assigned to any specific team, like on a team player pool, it's just kind of when they come up in the order of guys on the list. But Turkey Stearns, certainly an all-time great Negro Leaguer, is on that list. Slicing to right, that falls in front of Jackson. It's a base hit. Smith is around third. Jackson's throw will not be in time. Smith scores standing. It's an RBI single for Bobby Doerr. And the Red Sox have struck for 2 here in the bottom of the 4th to take a 2-1 lead. Good piece of hitting from Doerr. So now here's Youkilis. 2 outs, door on first in the bottom of the 4th. Fastball there, swung on and missed. World's Worst Gamer joined us. How are you, Sean? Yeah, I love that. I'm not great at that camera. I kind of get to be kind of haphazard, and because cameras when you go to that like manual replay camera, in the different games the cameras maneuver a little bit differently. So like what happens if you move the stick to the right one way is different in another game. So I want to use that a bit more often because you can get some really good shots just because the game is so visually great. But I want to get better at using that camera a little bit for key plays. 2-2 the count as Grove works to Youkilis, trying to stop the bleeding. Youkilis hits it well to center, but North is there. Puts it away and the side is retired. But the Red Sox treat the Fenway faithful to a pair of runs here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. Oakland playing for their playoff lives. They now trail it 2-1. Baker, Shang, and Campaneris due up. Texas Oakland not too hungry this year. I mean, they won 111 games. You know, they're Oakland's been good, but you know it's not easy. It's not easy. Again, the Sox were a wild card team, but the Sox won 94 games. The Sox are a very good team as well. They're not getting beat here by just some run-of-the-mill outfit. Certainly don't count the A's out. Knuckleball there, pulled foul by Baker. Baker's still looking for his first hit. Again, he was the NLCS MVP last year. ALCS MVP, actually, and the World Series MVP. Line shot, and that's going to be extra bases for Frank Baker. Betts retrieves it well out there by the pesky pole, but Baker is on. His first hit of the series is a leadoff double here in the top of the 5th, and the A's have the tying run in scoring position. So that'll bring up Wally Shang. Shang is 0 for 1. Knuckleball there, Shang way out in front. Shang grounded out to second his first time up. He's 1 for 10 in the series to this point. Leonard delivers. Shang pops it up. Youkilis coming on. He'll get there. Puts it away for the first out. That ball hung up a long ways. A little surprised Varitek didn't go to make a play on it. But Youkilis puts the squeeze on it for the first out. Here's Bert Campaneris. Campaneris 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Tying run at second. Dutch Leonard trying to keep him there. That one's grounded foul. Leonard from the set takes a peek out to Baker at second. There's a ground ball to Bobby Doerr. Throw to first, and there's 2 away. Runner does move up, but Campaneris grounds out. That'll turn the order over, and that'll bring up Ricky Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 1. He's walked and scored. 4 for 14 so far in the series. Now looking to come through with a game-tying base hit. That one is way away. Screwball from Leonard misses outside. It's 1-0. Ricky, a .304 hitter over the first 2 years of the FSBL. Leonard delivers. Knuckleball was in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Another knuckler is in there, and Ricky doesn't like that one either, but it's a called strike, and now the count is 1-2. crowd in Boston on their feet, trying to urge Dutch Leonard through this situation. Another knuckler. Henderson puts it down past Harris. It's a base hit in the right field, and the A's have tied the game at 2. Good strong throw from Betts, but Henderson gets in there ahead of it. It's an RBI double for Ricky Henderson, and we're tied up here in the top of the 5th. Game is tied at 2. Nice play by Betts, a good strong throw to second, but Henderson gets in there ahead of the tag. Here's Bill North. North is 1 for 2. Skies this one to center. Smith camped out underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. But Oakland, we said they weren't going to go down easily, and Ricky Henderson comes through with the big 2-out RBI single. We're midway through here at Fenway. There's a good look at Henderson going into second. We're tied at 2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Here's John Valentin. Valentin singled in the 3rd. 429 average so far in the postseason for Valentin. So now Lefty Grove will try to rebound after allowing 2 runs in the 4th. Gets ahead of Valentin there with a curveball for a strike 1. Fastball there. Valentin turns this one, hits it well. Back at the wall, Henderson makes the grab like it's nothing right in front of the scoreboard. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 5th. Valentin hit that one hard, but Ricky got to the spot quickly. Here's Jason Varitek. Varitek is 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play his first time up. Curveball misses outside. It's 1-0. Grove looks in, gets the sign from Shank. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Grove delivers. Varitek fouls it off. It's 1-2. 58 pitches to this point for Lefty Grove. Again, Grove working on 3 days rest. 1-2 pitch. Varitek reaches out and fouls it off to stay alive. Like he chased, that ball looked like it was off the plate. Grove winds and fires. That fastball misses down and away. 2-2 the count. Grove winds and fires again, misses down low with another fastball. Mookie Betts waits on deck. Still waiting for Betts to come through with a big hit in this postseason. 3-2 pitch from Grove. Misses inside for ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk for Jason Varitek. And now here comes Betts. Betts is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. He's only batting .222 in the postseason with 1 RBI. Weird Red Sox alien guy trying to get the crowd into it. I guess if you're not going to have a sock as a mascot, you may as well go with an alien guy. First pitch in there for a called strike. And 1 as Grove works to Betts. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-1. Grove looks in, takes a peek at Varitek, who's going nowhere. Fastball in for a called strike, and it's now 1-2. Varitek practically tethered to first base. Pitch from Grove, fastball at the knees, and down goes Betts, much to his dismay. Third strikeout from Lefty Grove, but that is a beautiful fastball at the knees. Possibly a bit low. That's a borderline pitch. Betts may have a gripe there. But he can go tell it to somebody in the dugout as he grabs a seat. 2 away. Here's Dom DiMaggio. Fastball in for a called strike. DiMaggio 1 for 2 so far. Now 2 for 8 in the series. Grove deals. DiMaggio puts it through the hole. Past Campaneris. Runner will hold at second, but now the Sox have 2 men on here in the bottom of the 5th. And that'll bring up Ted Williams. Not the situation Grove wanted. So now here's Williams, 1 for 2. Struck out his first time up. He roped a single last time up. He pulls this one just foul outside of first. So Williams making a bid at an RBI there to give the Sox the lead. But it's just outside the bag. 0-1 offering from Grove to Williams. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. Williams a .317 hitter over the first 2 years of this FSBL. Grove is ahead of him 0-2. He's going to try to stretch him out here a bit. I bet that curveball away. That's what he goes to. Williams slaps on the ground to short, but Campaneris has it. Goes the short way to Murphy for the force, and the side is retired. So the Sox threaten but do not score. We're through 5 here at Fenway. A's 2, Red Sox 2. Game 4 of the American League Division Series. In steps Jimmy Fox. Fox 0 for 1. Walked back in the first. .357 average here in the series. Knuckleball from Leonard, a called strike at the knees. Fox just looks imposing at the plate. He lines this one. That's going to be a base hit. That's potentially extra bases. Smith cuts it off nicely, and he'll hold Fox to a single. So Jimmy Fox all over that pitch here to open up the top of the 6th. Good job by Reggie Smith to cut that ball off. And now here's McGuire. McGuire is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. Leonard looks in. Knuckleball in for a called strike. 43 homers. Oops, sorry about that. 43 homers on the year for McGuire. Knuckleball there, pulled foul. 93 home runs. 276 runs batted in off the bats of Fox and McGuire during the season. Leonard ahead of McGuire 0-2 here. That one misses just inside. One and 2 the count. That one's down in the zone, blocked nicely by Varitek, and Fox will have to hold. Beatles eternally in the house. How are you, Beatles? Thanks for tuning in. We got a good one going here at Fenway. McGuire skies it to right. Betts is underneath it. Makes the grab, and Fox will retreat to first.
The right fielder, Reggie Jackson.
So that'll bring up Reggie Jackson. Hold on one moment, please. Jackson 0 for 1. Sacrifice fly earlier on. Curveball there from Leonard. Swung on and missed. And Jackson smokes that one in the right. Gets out to Betts in a hurry. Fox will hold at second. No option for him to go first to third on that one. So lefty-lefty doesn't matter there for Jackson. A little different when you're facing a knuckleballer. That platoon matchup doesn't quite have the same impact. So now here's Danny Murphy, first and second, one out, top of the sixth. Then a tie ball game. Screwball misses down low. Murphy struck out and popped out. He's 5 for 15 in the series with a pair of home runs. And that one's ripped, but right at door, flips to short, going for the double play, but Fox is able to get back in time. Close play there. Nice heads-up play by Bobby Doerr to try to get Fox doubled off. Let's see if that was closer. I think Fox got in rather comfortably there. There's the line shot to Doerr. There's the flip. Ooh. Fox looks like he's actually a little bit shy of the bag. His toe is just on the edge. So he did get back. But he almost came up short on that step. So now here's Frank Baker. Baker finally got off the schneid for his first hit of the series. His last time up. Takes a ball there. Bullpen action going for the Red Sox. Jack Wilson, John Lester throwing in the bullpen. Leonard delivers. Knuckleball misses outside. It's 2-0. Knuckleball from Leonard in there for a called strike. 2-1 the count. Leonard takes a peek at the runners. That one is turned around but foul, and the count goes to 2-2. Crowd here at Fenway trying to get Leonard through another one. Fastball fouled off by Baker. If you're the Red Sox and you get Dutch Leonard through 6 with an opportunity to win this game, I think you'd have signed up for that before it started. Baker hits this one out to center. Long run for Reggie Smith, but he gets there. Tracks it down, and the side is retired. So Leonard gets through it, and the A's come up empty. We head to the bottom of the 6th at Fenway. Smith, Harris, and Doerr due up for Boston. We are tied 2-2, Game 4 of the ALDS. Here's Reggie Smith, 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Also scored a run. Lefty Grove starts the bottom of the 6th at 71 pitches. Again, normally that wouldn't be anything for Grove, but he is working on 3 days rest, so it is something worth monitoring. Grove rocks and fires. Fastball there, fouled off by Smith. So Grove is ahead of him 0-2. Fastball there, ground ball. Campaneris ranges to his left, plays it nicely. Throw over to first, and Smith is retired for the first out. Again, the Sox lead this series 2-1. They are looking to close it out. Win here, they will face the Indians in the ALCS. If the A's win here, we're heading back to Oakland for a decisive Game 5. Harris first pitch swinging, fouls it off. We already have a Game 5 in place in the National League Division Series. The Mets and the Cardinals are heading back to Busch Stadium. That game will be on the channel at some point tomorrow. Tom Seaver and Bob Gibson lock up to see who will face the Giants in the NLCS. Harris skies one to right. Jackson tracking it near the line. Nice play there by Reggie. Not a lot of room out there near the line. It can be a little daunting to pursue a ball out there. But Jackson handles it well. 2 down, here's Bobby Dorr. Dorr 1 for 2, drove in a run early. Curveball misses down low. Forkball is in there for a called strike. 1-1 as Grove works to Dorr. Curveball misses down and away. There's the pitch. Ground ball in the hole. Campaneris gets a nice big hop. Throws to first. And Dorr is retired, and so are the Sox. So we're 2/3 of the way through. We're heading to the top of the 7th here. Game 4. We got a dandy at Fenway. Shang, Campaneris, and Henderson due up for Oakland. We're tied at 2. So Wally Shang is now 0 for 2. He's batting .091 in the series. And it kind of feels like the A's are searching for a little something here. They've got a couple bats on the bench. It just feels like Shang has not gotten anything going. .091. You've got Suzuki on the bench. You don't need Suzuki to hit here, though. It's not a particularly good bat. It's got Semien and Walker on the bench. Semien can run a little bit, too. But you might want Semien later for Campaneris or Murphy. So Tilly Walker is going to pinch hit for Wally Shang. Walker batting .200 in the series. Let's go check out if the Sox have anything going in the bullpen. It's Wilson and Lester. Let's check out what their other options are. And a bunch of righties coming up in a row. I'm not sure Jack Wilson is the guy you go to there. Wilson during the year, a 4.7 ERA. They've got better options. Not Oil Can Boyd. Bill Monbiquette was really good. Was good his last time out. I think Monbiquette's we're gonna sit Wilson down and warm up Bill Monbiquette instead, along with John Lester. That seems to be a little bit more logical move there. But Leonard's throwing well, so we're gonna let Leonard go here for the time being. Tilly Walker pinch hits. Knuckleball is fouled off. Again, I start handling when I can, and I can override the game or get a jump start before the game makes a sub. I'll handle pinch hitters and bullpen moves after the 7th inning, and Walker comes through with a pinch hit single to open up the top of the 7th. So Walker is on. Comes through with the pinch hit single. He hit that ball hard. And that's going to be it. So they let Leonard open up the inning. But now that he allows a hit, they're going to take him out. Leonard doesn't seem particularly thrilled about it, but he's going to call it a day. That's a good, solid effort out of Dutch Leonard. Oh, the game wants to bring Wilson in. I just don't know if, but I'm not sure. And now that they've already started to sub him, I'm not sure if a mound visit will get Monbiquette. To the right spot. Let's see. No, because now he's already checked in. Is it gonna let me? I'm not sure it's going to let me make this sub here. He hasn't thrown a pitch yet, so it might. Yeah. All right. It's going to make me... I was afraid of that in that spot. All right. Well, it's going to be Jack Wilson for the next 3. Wilson will face Campaneris. Campaneris is 0 for 2. Good bunter, and Campaneris is going to try to sacrifice it. Bunt out to second. Door with the play. Barely gets Campaneris at first. Campaneris almost beat that ball out. So the sacrifice is on. Runner moves up. Now here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson 1 for 2, a double and an RBI with a run scored. Ground ball down to third. Youkilis has it, throws over to first, and Henderson's retired, and there's 2 men down. So now here's Bill North. North 1 for 3. He singled back in the first. Jimmy Fox is on deck. Knuckleball falls in there for a strike. Wilson will sprinkle that pitch in a little bit. Not his bread and butter, but he'll drop a couple. There's another one. Pop shallow right. Coming on Mookie Betts. Long run and Betts gets there. Wilson gets the job done through the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway. Youkilis, Valentin, and Varitek due up for Boston. Kurt Suzuki will come in behind the plate.
Leading off for the Red Sox, the third baseman, number 11.
So Youkilis 0 for 2. He's lined out and grounded out. Fastball. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Forkball misses outside. 1-1 the count. Fastball there. Oh, that's a borderline pitch. That looked like a strike. Grove doesn't get the call. The count goes to 2-1. Ground ball down to third. Baker has it. Quick throw over to first. And Youkilis is retired for out number 1.
The batter, number 13, shortstop.
So now here's John Valentin. Valentin 1 for 2. He singled in the third. Fastball from Grove misses down low. It's 1-0. Grant Balfour and Liam Hendricks throwing in the A's bullpen. Grove rocks and fires. Fastball, and again he doesn't get the high strike. It's 2-0. And that one Grove is going to question. Had one of those to Youkilis, didn't hurt him, but now he's got another pitch that looked like a strike to Valentin. And that one, Grove expresses a little bit of consternation. 2-0 the count. Valentin fouls it off. It's 2-1. Fly ball hit well out to right. Jackson moves back a bit, puts it away for out number 2. Let me see. Who do the Red Sox have due up next inning? I wasn't... That's my fault for not planning ahead well enough. So Varitek, and then the order turns over. All right, that's fine. Because the A's do have Rube Waddell, who they're going to go to against the lefty. Rube Waddell is probably going to come in. Got to have him ready for when Ted Williams is going to bat. Go over to the Red Sox side of things. Monbiquette is warm, as is Lester. I think you get Wilson out and get Monbiquette in for him at this point. Fox, McGuire, and Jackson. So you got two righties to open up the inning. I know Wilson got the job done, but Wilson isn't great, and I think they're kind of tempting the fates a little bit there. And Monbiquette was really good in his last appearance. So Monbiquette will come in for Wilson in the top of the eighth. So 2 outs, Grove works to Varitek. Mookie Betts waits on deck. One 1-0 delivery, fouled off. Grove rocks and fires. 1-1 pitch. Varitek skies it. Tailing towards the line. This could be trouble. It's going to fall in for a base hit. So a bloop single. Varitek certainly not going to try to stretch anything into a double. So now, all right, we'll let this first pitch happen. It went to that pretty quick. I don't know if you do a pinch runner with 2 outs though. Forkball is a strike. All right, so now I'll turn to you a bit, Bernie. Are you worried about going to a pinch runner here? Again, the Sox don't really have a lot of speed. There are already 2 outs. You have Ellsbury on the bench who can run. But again, with 2 outs, do you worry about running for Varitek at this point? Who else? Just let me see what the speed is if anybody else is over there. Again, you have Ellsbury. Hooper runs fairly well, but I think you're probably going to want Hooper's bat if you need a lefty pinch hitter later. So I'll let you decide. I would be inclined not to pinch run. I agree. All right. So Varitek will stay there. No reason to burn through a pinch runner with 2 outs. So Varitek at first, 0-1. The count to Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 3. He drops one towards the right side as well. Once again, it's another bloop single. Varitek got a good break there. He'll pull in at third. Betts trails. Jackson should have just thrown that one to the cutoff man, but he instead comes home. And that means that Betts is able to take second. So now, with 2 outs, the Sox have second and third. And that's going to be it for Lefty Grove. See, now I kind of feel like I dropped the ball a little bit because I could have gotten Waddell warm. I admittedly wasn't thinking it was going to get this far ahead. But now you've got a second and third situation with DiMaggio coming up. But all right, it is what it is. Waddell isn't going to be ready. So here's Grant Balfour. Balfour has worked a scoreless inning so far in the series. So now, if you're Boston, let's let him finish getting himself warmed up. Do you want to let DiMaggio stay in and hit here, or is this the spot where you want to use either Hooper or Ellsbury? I don't know. He's on 3 days rest. He's given up 8 hits. I mean, that's not a terrible. The AI manager thing is frankly over criticized a bit. So Bernie, do you want to let DiMaggio hit here, or do you want to let Ellsbury or Hooper? I'm inclined more towards Hooper than Ellsbury. Let Hooper hit for him. You got it. That's kind of what I was thinking. So Harry Hooper is going to come in for the pinch hit. They're certainly not going to walk Hooper because Ted Williams is on deck. So Balfour, Harry Hooper here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, 2nd and 3rd. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Pitch, fastball at the knees. It's 1-1. Hooper breathes deep. Gets himself reset in the box. There's a fastball, misses down low. It's 2-1. Tense moments here at Fenway. 2-2 ball game, game 4 of the ALDS. Fastball that looked like a good pitch on the outside corner, but it's called a ball. It's 3-1. Ted Williams looms on deck. Fastball there. Hooper lines it to right. Jackson has to play it on the hop. Boots it a little bit. 1 run scores. 2nd run is going to come around. The run got in time. Hooper gets thrown out at 2nd, but not before the 2nd run scores. It's a 2-run single for Harry Hooper, and we finish the 7th at Fenway with the Red Sox up 4-2. Hooper will stay in and play left. Oh, not Uehara. I'm going to make that decision. Uehara has stunk. I'm certainly not going to let Uehara. I have to sit Papelbon for now because he's not going to be warm up yet anyway. Sit down. Monbequette seemed like he was warm. And he is. Alright, so Monbequette's going to pitch there. Monbequette will get Fox, McGuire, and Jackson. And then we'll deal with anything else after that point.
Your attention, please.
So here's Bill Monbequette. He has thrown 2 scoreless innings in relief so far in this postseason. In the A's bullpen, Rube Waddell is going to start to throw along with Liam Hendricks, just in case he's needed. But for now, Monbequette will deal with Fox. Count goes to 1-0. Fastball misses inside. 2-0 the count. Fox skies into center. Smith playing him out in the stratosphere, but has time to get underneath it for the first out. So that'll bring up Mark McGuire. McGuire is 0 for 3. He flew out in the 6th. Fastball there misses away. It's 1-0. There's a fastball, and that's another borderline pitch that Monbequette doesn't get. It's 2-0. World's Worst Gamer has turned on the A's. He now roots for the Red Sox. Bandwagons can form in the middle of a game. And that should have been a strike as well. Monbequette getting really squeezed here. 3-0 the count to McGuire. That slider at the knees is called a strike. It's 3-1. Top of the 8th at Fenway, the Red Sox took a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th on a pinch hit 2-run single from Harry Hooper. 3-2 offering now to Mark McGuire. Swung on and missed. Fastball up and in. McGuire swings and misses. Big strikeout there for Monbequette, and there are 2 away. There you see the sequence. All 3 of those pitches on the outside corner. Look like they got a piece of the corner. The first pitch maybe not, but the other 2. But Monbequette battles through it. Jackson through the shift. Grounds a single out in the center. So the tying run will come to the plate for the A's, in the form of Danny Murphy. Now Murphy has 2 home runs in the series. He's hitting well. Facing the righty, let's see what the bench is. Rick Monday or Eric Chavez? Are you really pinch hitting for Danny Murphy with Rick Monday or Eric Chavez? I don't really think you are there. 293, 22 homers. He's hitting well in the series. We do not believe in overvaluing the platoon stuff. So Murphy's going to stay in to hit here. First pitch slider in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Throw over to first. Jackson gets back in. Gets him with a slider. Murphy goes flailing. So Monbequette is ahead of him 0-2. John Lester is warm in the pen. He would probably come in to face Baker if Murphy gets on here. Pitch down in the dirt. The count goes to 1-2. High fastball, he strikes out Murphy. So another terrific job by Bill Monbequette in relief for the Red Sox. We head to the bottom of the 8th at Fenway. The Sox are 3 outs away from an ALCS berth. So now here's Ted Williams. He is not going to face Grant Balfour.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Sit down, Joe Barry. Rube Waddell is going to come into this one. Waddell, 2 1/3 scoreless so far in the series in 2 different appearances. Going to get over to the Red Sox. Papelbon is warm. Lester is warm. I'm pretty sure that it's just it will by default put Papelbon in for the 9th, which is fine. He's the closer. Moore had Lester set if he had to face a tough lefty in the 8th. Curveball there, and Williams bites. Ted Williams disgusted with himself about that one. 0-1 pitch from Waddell. Ground ball. I thought that was a grounder. It was actually a low liner in the center for Ted Williams. So Williams singles off Waddell to open up the bottom of the 8th. That pitch is out of the zone, practically hits the dirt, and Williams goes down and gets it, drives it into center for his 2nd hit of the ballgame. Now here's Reggie Smith. Smith is 1 for 3. Fastball in there for a called strike. Sox lead it 4-2, 3 outs away from an ALCS date with the Cleveland Indians. The defending champion A's are on the ropes. Fastball swung on and missed. The count goes to 0-2. That pitch is down in the dirt. Count goes to 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed. Down goes Reggie Smith for the strikeout. All right, so I just saw Bernie in the chat, and I'm okay with that one. Guys just start managing now from the chat. I don't even ask. People are just a full stadium of managers. But no, that's okay. We'll let Ellsbury come run for Ted Williams here. That move makes sense. See if Ellsbury can possibly swipe a bag and get into scoring position. So Waddell works to Harris. Harris is 0 for 3. Curveball in there for a called strike. Works the outside corner but misses the mark. 1-1 the count. Throw over, Ellsbury dives back in. Waddell misses outside with a fastball. It's 2-1. Very excitable fan behind home plate. One guy is jumping up and down like crazy. Bobby Dorr waits in the on-deck circle. Waddell is behind 3-1 here. Ellsbury hasn't made a break for it yet. Harris fouls it off and the count goes full. Big pitch coming here from Rube Waddell, who has to try to keep this a 2-run ball game. 3-2 pitch. Gets him going for the curveball. Slap down to Fox. To Campaneris. Back to Fox. 3-6-3 double play. And Waddell gets out of it. And we head to the top of the ninth. So the defending champions come up in the top of the ninth inning with their season on the line. And in comes Jonathan Papelbon. Papelbon has blown a save. Actually took a loss in the game. He came in a tie. I apologize. He didn't blow the save. 3 games, 3 1/3 innings. 8.1 ERA, but that's small sample size stuff. Here's Frank Baker. Baker is 1 for 3, a double and a run scored. Papelbon delivers high fastball. Misses for ball 1. Fastball down low. It's 2-0. Crowd at Fenway on its collective feet. Papelbon delivers. Baker lines it the other way, and that's going to be a base hit. Going all the way to the wall, and he's going to hold at first. That ball was scorched. DiMaggio gets to it quickly. I'm sorry, that's Hooper out there now. Because Hooper hit for DiMaggio earlier. Past a diving Youkilis at third. So now, here's Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki has to bat because Shang is out of the game. Splitter there, fouled off. This is Suzuki's first at bat of the postseason. Papelbon can get a ground ball here. You can certainly double up Kurt Suzuki. Fly ball to right. Betts is under it. Puts it away for out number 1. So Suzuki is set aside. And now here's Bert Campaneris. Campaneris is 0 for 2. Sacrifice bunt in the second. And I'm not sure you let Campaneris hit here. Although you sat Semien because Semien wasn't hitting well. But you're not going to use Semien here. You got Monday or Eric Chavez. Man on. fairly similar. Monday, very good against righties. Rick Monday is going to come in to hit here. So Rick Monday, 1 for 2. So far in the playoffs in two pinch hit appearances. Comes on the pinch hit for Bert Campaneris as the tying run. 1 out, top of the ninth, game 4 of the ALDS. Splitter misses down and away. Papelbon delivers. Fastball in there for a called strike. One offering. Fastball misses. It's 2-1. Papelbon fighting it a little bit here in terms of command. Ricky Henderson waits on deck. Monday, ground ball to second. Door flips to Valentin. Valentin loses it on the transfer. They say the runner is out. They got the force. Valentin dropped it on the switch. So the A's are down and their final out. Here's Ricky Henderson. 1 for 3, a double and an RBI, and a run scored. First pitch from Papelbon, Splitter in there for a called strike. Comes inside, popped up, shallow right field, Door going out. Hazelnut puts it away, the ball game is over, and the Red Sox have taken down the 111-win Oakland A's and have advanced to the ALCS for a rematch with the team that ended their postseason a year ago, the Cleveland Indians. So the A's, presumed favorites again this year, have fallen by the wayside. There will be no repeat. Terrific job by the Red Sox all series. A big money appearance from Dutch Leonard in this game. Leonard comes through. They decided to hold off on Cy Young rather than bring him back on short rest, and Dutch Leonard came through with a very solid start. Lefty Grove was decent, still not at his usual level. 6 2/3, 8 hits allowed. He walked 1, struck out 3. 4 runs charged on his ledger. 2 of those, of course, were charged to him after he had left the game. Reggie Smith with the big RBI gets player of the game honors. That's a little bit of a questionable choice. I think Dutch Leonard is your player of the game here. Jack Wilson, nobody wanted to see Jack Wilson in this game, but he got it done with a huge inning in relief. Harry Hooper had the big 2-run pinch hit single there in the 7th to break the 2-2 tie. Probably could have given Harry Hooper player of the game, honestly. Check out your box score. Again, Dutch Leonard holds the A's to 2 runs. Grove, there you see his line. 5.25 ERA over 2 starts in the series for Grove. Balfour and Waddell got their job done. Certainly wasn't their fault. But the A's just couldn't get a big hit here in this one. Leonard had something to do with that. 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And think back to that first inning. The A's loaded the bases. The first 3 men were on. They came out of that with only 1 run. Oakland could have dropped the hammer in that first inning. And it kind of felt like that set the tone for the rest of the game. Nice job by the Boston bullpen. Wilson, Monbiquette, and Papelbon combined for 3 innings of 2-hit scoreless relief. And the Boston Red Sox head to the American League Championship Series. Well, that was another fun one. We're having a good go here in the postseason. I don't know if it's quite measured up to year one's playoffs, but we've had some really good games decided late, and pitching is starting to prevail a little bit over these last few games. It was kind of offense early on, but the last 3 games have all been nip and tuck pitching affairs, so we like that. Doug Hunt says, way to go, Sox. Tex not happy with the result there. Beatles, I was rooting for the A's, but Boston and Cleveland will be a hell of an ALCS. Yeah, Grove, Grove hasn't been good in the postseason. He had one really good start that I remember in the playoffs last year, but Grove wasn't perfect in the postseason last year either. Oh, my pleasure, Bernie. Congrats to your Sox. Good job managing. And I didn't. But when I was saying that, it's totally fine. The whole managing thing from the chat. I'm not always going to consult it. If I think there's a decision that should be made, I'm just going to kind of make it on my own. But I will certainly leave some decisions up to a fan of a team or whatever that are in the chat. But I also don't want to go putting every decision up to somebody in the chat, because, like I said, now that I'm managing these games from the 7th inning and on, it already adds a few minutes to the broadcast. So then if I start waiting for people to answer and stuff like that, it drags it out a little bit more. So I just, a lot of the times I'm just going to make the decision that I think is the best decision. But I certainly have no problem with, obviously, anybody offering anything up in the chat. Just don't be offended if I don't necessarily listen to it or see it until after the fact, frankly. I try to be good about following the chat and the game, but going from like batter to batter and stuff like that, the game transitions really quick, and if I take my eye off it, I might lose an opportunity to make a move that I wanted to make. So there's a few things at play there, but certainly don't think I was bothered by any like suggestions in the chat or anything like that. I didn't mean it like that if it came across that way. Yeah, so the Red Sox and the Indians. The Red Sox get their chance at revenge, as the Indians were the team that bounced the Sox. The Sox won 100 games last year, so they were the favorites in that series. I think the Red Sox are probably the favorites again this year, but that should be a good matchup. All right, so we now have 1 game left to determine the Final Four. Mets and Cardinals from Busch Stadium, Game 5 will be at some point tomorrow. I don't know. I may do it at noon. I may pre-record it and post it late tomorrow night. We'll see. But I will obviously post in the Discord at that point. But that's going to be a fun one. Tom Seaver, Bob Gibson, Game 5, Mets and Cardinals. ALCS is set. Red Sox and Indians. The San Francisco Giants will wait to see who wins that Game 5 between the Mets and the Cardinals. Hugely appreciative of you guys tuning in here tonight. Glad we were able to have a fun game. Doug Hunt, my pleasure, buddy. Good to see you in the chat. Bernie Strom, as always, good to see you, Bernie. Beatles Eternally, Tex Ags. World's Worst Gamer was in the house as well. Todd B popped in. Always good to see Todd. Our good friend Michael Silva, still waiting for Nomar. He'll get in eventually. Cole Payton was here as well. Make sure I didn't miss anybody on the scroll back. All right, I think that covers everybody. Our good friend Dwayne Martz. I think I mentioned him, but just in case not. Dwayne Martz was here. Had a broadcast earlier on. Dwayne, I hope you feel better, buddy. And that surgery, you recover quickly from that. So the Red Sox advance with the 4-2 win. The defending champion A's are gone. The ALCS is set. Thanks as always, guys. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Red Sox pull it off against Oakland.